drying on our boots, we're finally back to humble roots. Leave the armor by the door, we aren't fighting anymore. The road was long, the mountain steep, we earned the place where we will sleep. But sleep can wait, the fire's high and sparks are dancing in the sky. So spin around and catch the light, we own the darkness of the night. Tomorrow brings the steel and sorrow, we do not care about tomorrow. Grab a hand and hold it fast, make this golden moment last. The world is wild but we survive tonight, my friends, we are alive. Monsters in the dark, forget the bite, forget the mark. Look at the faces gathered here, we chose to laugh instead of fear. The ale is cold, the hearth is warm, we found our shelter from the storm. The heavy pack, the heavy heart, tonight we tear them all apart. So spin around and catch the light, we own the darkness of the night. Tomorrow brings the steel and sorrow, we do not care about tomorrow. Grab a hand and hold it fast, make this golden moment last. The world is wild but we survive tonight, my friends, we are alive. They say that heroes stand alone upon a cold and jagged stone. But look at us, the circle turns, this is how the spirit burns. We are the wild, we are the free, this is where we're meant to be. The moon is watching from above, a silent witness to our love. For every step that led us here, for every danger we came near, we pay the price with sweat and bone, but in this light we're not alone. So lift your head and stomp the ground, let them hear our joyful sound. Spin around and catch the light, we own the darkness of the night. Spin around and catch the light, we own the darkness of the night. Tomorrow brings the steel and sorrow, we do not care about tomorrow. Grab a hand and hold it fast, make this golden moment last. The world is wild but we survive tonight, my friends, we are alive. Yeah, we are alive. Tonight, let the shadows wait, we are alive.
Oh, come ye all and gather round. The fire's lit, the drink's been found. The road is long, but here we stay, with songs and tales to pass the day. Raise your glass, raise it high. The night is young, the stars will fly. The music calls, the fire's bright. Let's dance and sing through the night. The bread is warm, the stew is rich, the ale flows free. your glass, raise it high. The night is young, the stars will fly. The music calls, the fire's bright. Let's dance and sing through the night. The bard's sweet tune, the jester's jest. Come let your heart find its rest. No king, no crown, no riches grand, just merry folk in this merry land. Raise your glass, raise it high. The night is young, the stars will fly. The music calls, the fire's bright. Let's dance and sing through the night.
What is going on, everybody? Can you hear me? Welcome to my first stream. My name is Eric the Pug, and welcome. Well, I'm actually kind of honored that I have just a handful of people here, but hopefully I'll get some more before too long. But with that being said, just I guess a little bit about me. Um, I'm a passionate gamer. I like video games, tabletop, pretty much any kind of games. I mostly enjoy RPGs, strategies, and kind of a mix in between, and as well as survival. Today's game in question is going to be Shapehero Factory. Developed by, I'm probably going to butcher this name, so I apologize. Asobism. It was released last year in September of the 17th. Just a little bit about it. In Shapehero Factory, you're an engineer of an ever-evolving paint-fueled factory that spits out, I can't even read my own writing, spits out magical shape-based heroes and sends them into battle to death or glory. Then build an even better factory on the next turn. This is a roguelike tower defense style game with a little bit of resource management. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. It didn't even start. Sorry, I misclicked. I clicked the background. Wow, that is low. There we go. Making sure everything's being seen. Alright. So I've played Shapehero Factory quite a bit and had a lot of it unlocked. But I'd like to show you what this game would be like if you were a new beginner to it. So, make sure that I'm on the right one. Yep. And let's play. Apparently I was not on the right one. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's play the game. There we go. So the little bit of the story of this is the villain is this big, nice black blob smiling. I forget what they call it, but it is the enemy of this game. To get started, we select from one of two masters. This, well, apparently whenever I unlock the second one, so I only have one master. It's been a while since I've played this from the start like this, so I apologize. So since I wanted to show you guys how this game is starting fresh, I am going to run the tutorial, and eventually we're going to get into a round of this. Since this is a roguelite, most likely I'll probably end up failing my first attempt, but that's okay. That's what roguelites are for. You fail, and spend your points, get a slight bit advantage, and move forward once again. I know, a game without a villain? I mean, what would that be? Hey, Chamber. Nice to see you. Alright, so let's get into it. Start the tutorial. Gonna go with the basic controls. So what the base idea is you have two different screens. You have your factory screen, which you see in the background there, and another screen is where your heroes go to fight after the timer's up. So this first one here is going to show us the basic controls. So our quest there is called the Malefic Portent. So our quest is to defeat the Malefic Portent dwelling within the Grim Grimoire. To traverse these pages, you must call on the aid of heroes you create on the scroll, borrow the strength of your minions to draw up some heroes, and allies you can send into the tome. Oh. WSAD to move things around. I can use the center mouse button. So, just kind of browsing over this. This blue thing here is a portal. Eventually that's where we want to get all of our heroes, spells, and whatnot that we're going to send to fight. These other objects here, kind of think of like them being shape mines, where you can go in and have your minions mine shapes to help build heroes. Eventually this whole place is going to have all kind of conveyors around everywhere. There's going to be a lot of stuff, and it's going to look like just organized chaos. So, I apologize if it makes you guys kind of want to yell at the screen because something doesn't look straight or neat or even tidy. But there are reasons to the madness. Alright, sorry, I clicked there too fast. So it wants me to place a canvas. The canvas is where all your heroes are built, all your equipment is built. So it's an integral part of the whole operation. And we use R to rotate, T to flip it back and forth, and the left click button to place. So using the hotkey H or just clicking on the scroll in the top corner, it gives us everything that we can build. So right now it's telling us that it takes a circle and a triangle to build our base little hero. Alright, so now it's telling me I need to place. I need to click on, yeah, I need to click next. I need to place these guys up here, and a conveyor leading all the way down to this and just kind of spitting out little circles at a decent speed. Also, the bigger the motive or the mine, the faster it produces. So these 0 out of 3s produce faster. These 0 out of 2s produce not so fast. Alright, let's get another motive maker and run another conveyor. Alright, this is going to happen quite a bit, as you can tell that all that backup, it's just unavoidable. Run the conveyor to the portal, and now all my minions, sorry, my minions are building heroes to send to the portal to fight against the Portent's, forces. So now we got to make as many heroes as we can. It has been a minute since I've actually. This is how the post office started. I guess, yeah. Things will tend to be lost. So, that most likely. Alright, so WSAD to move around. The center mouse button to zoom in and out. When you make your conveyors, if you drag to the left or the right, that's the direction that the conveyor will move. If your hand gets all unsteady, you could actually create back and forths, which are very easy to notice. R is to rotate, T is to flip. So, these are all the base things that we just had learned. Alright, now we're going to learn how to use the bridge tools. That's this icon down here. Kind of looks like a, I don't know, half a wheel. This spans a gap about 5, including the one where it starts. Gonna need to put a guy here, a guy there, and run another conveyor belt all the way over to here. Yay, we successfully dispatched a good number of heroes. But in the meantime, it looked like the enemies on the approach. They'll start attack when the counter reaches 0. So the time's finally come to show the might of your heroes you produced. Let's face them head on. Yay. Trust me guys, it's going to get a little bit more exciting than this later. And tutorials are always fun. Alrighty. So, this is our battle map. I have absolutely no control over what my minions do, which direction they go, or what they fight. Only thing I can do is move my cursor around and click spots, and maybe I can hit something. So, we're going to let this play out. Thanks for showing up there, Sir Shaq. Guys, if you ever have a moment to check him out, he's a fellow streamer. See if his content is what to your liking. Happy streaming, bud. Alright, so here we go. So, you're going to produce my guys. They're going to run out in whatever direction. This is my magic gateway. If this gets hit, it'll take damage. When this is reduced to nothing, I will lose. So, I can click on these little black blobs. They're just little ink monsters. The book is fighting me. And unfortunately, I cannot speed up the battle right now, because this is kind of painfully slow. But so I don't have to kill everything. I just got to make sure the timer gets to 0. Even if I'm fighting a boss or a mini boss, as long as I survive the full timer, I win. Although I do get bonuses if I can kill said mini boss or boss. Alright. And once you defeat the stage, you'll come right back here to build even more stuff. This is a memory of a past battle. Your conveyor belts are a real mess. So much wasted space. Equipment doesn't grow on trees, you know. So efficiency is key to victory here. So my conveyor belts aren't connected properly. Some of them are not connected to anything. Will have a minus symbol or a blue arrow mark drags on them. Drag items you want to connect to the direction you want to go, and that should get things back on track. Alright, before I do that, I want to explain just a little bit more here. So at the top of my screen, you'll see some percentages, this blue diamond, and a couple other things. These percentages show the production rate of my circles and half circles, my squares and rectangles, my triangles and half triangle trapezoids. These can increase through level ups, which we won't see in the tutorial, unfortunately. So when we go to actually start running the first stage, you'll see it. Next to it is our mana. This is our base resource. Everything that we spend, everything down here, cost value. The motive maker is 120, canvas 150. Each conveyor belt is 5, and so on and so forth. This does increase over time. Right now, this gives me 2 mana per second. The next icon here, this is a pickaxe. If I happen to have a pickaxe, I can actually pick up and move one of these mines to a better location. I probably won't see any of those for a while. Then we got green research potions and red research potions. Again, these are the green ones are gotten through level ups and as stage rewards. Red can only be gotten through stage mini boss and boss stage rewards, and as sometimes as a event, depending on the path I choose. The last one, little gold coin, is a gold coin. It's currency. It's money. And I don't have any. I'm broke like I am in real life. So, K is to speed up the production and the battle, so I can actually, watch all my guys work extremely fast, but the timer goes down quicker. Space is for pause. M is for video. What? I never tried M. Can't use it anyway. H allows me to see how the list of how to build things and all the current heroes I can build, or spells, or even equipment. I gives me an overview of the map. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. I gives me the three-dimensional kind of look, or 2D, kind of what I'm looking at right now. And P just gives me a flat screen. And B tells me all the stuff that I've actually ever built. So, anyway, let's go ahead and fix all this stuff. Now that needs to be fixed there. I got a little bit of a kink there. And that. Alright, now he's happy. Now he's building people. I've been building people over here for a while anyway. So my heroes are flowing. Sorry, your heroes are flowing down. Wow, your heroes are flowing properly down the line. But still looks like your minions are in a fix. The conveyor belt is all jammed up, making it more time for them to making it take more time for them to draw heroes. Oh, I did not know that. Huh. So jammed up conveyor belts can't produce their full capacity. Divide this conveyor belt and use the extra triangle to produce another line of units. Alright, so we're going to use this splitter. So it's going to help unjam all this by splitting everything 50-50. So it's going to send half of it that way, half of it this way. Conveyors of this, Alright. So we learned how to use bridges, the dividers. There's a joiner where you actually combine two conveyors into one. Have a good one, John. Thanks for joining the stream. I can see what equipment I have by using these tabs down here below. Alright, so now I have a new hero recipe. This is going to be the shield bearer. Very nice defensive unit. So, we can already tell right now about just looking at the screen here, it's going to take our base unit plus a square on the canvas to make one of these guys. Doesn't sound too difficult. Alright, so going to have someone over here get me squares. Gonna make these guys square. Run my conveyor belt over as so. And of course I'm going to need to get these guys to the portal so they can help defend. Super exciting stuff, I know. Alright. A hero ability has been triggered. Upgrading heroes allows you to activate abilities depending on the number produced. The number you need produced varies for different heroes. Make some top tier heroes, mass produce regular ones, and control the tide of the battle. So, as you can see in the background here, my shield guys look like they're on fire. So that means that they have unlocked an ability. There you go. For me to have heroes with abilities, I do have to get them upgraded. And I think they can be upgraded a total of 3 times. 1 per star. So the more of that hero I produce, and the higher upgrade they have, the stronger they could be in the battle. And here we are. Now we're going to deploy my shield bearers. And my long line of these guys going after that one poor little black blob. Just ganging up on them. You can see up here, you see how fast that's going? The more of the heroes I produce, the faster they actually are deployed. So I got one guy up here that's being, deployed at 0.16, I guess, seconds. So really, really fast. And unfortunately, they don't go very far before they're spent. Alright. So we got the last tutorial. Free controls. Get in the swing of things? Right. Time for the final stretch. Try dispatching 10 mages. Let's see, 3 minutes should be more than enough. If you can get it done in 90 seconds, well, you might have some memory of this stuff after all. I remember doing this tutorial not too long ago, and in getting 10 mages in 90 seconds is pretty difficult. But I can get 10 mages in 3 minutes, though. Any recipes you obtained will reset at the start of each incursion, aka every run. Focus on those that are the best fit for your current run. One thing they haven't shown is some heroes actually take specific gear. Like, there's one that takes a spear. There are some later that actually takes a color of ink and a spear or another shape, or they get really intricate on what they need. And of course the higher tier, or the highest tier ones, take a lot. You're going to be building a hero to build another hero, and combining some equipment with that hero, you'll get your top tier guys. Not very easy, but they are powerful. Alrighty. So mages are made by adding triangle to units. Very similar to the shield bearer, so for instead of a square, we're using a triangle. If you find yourself running out, I suggest planning things a little better. Wow. Kind of an ass thing to say. It's not wrong. So apparently you can make 10 mages in a minute and a half, but I didn't. So, useful commands. Don't build your conveyors like someone threw spaghetti against a refrigerator. Make them straight as possible. Press Q to copy selected equipment. That actually would come in handy later. Alrighty, so I gotta get into swinging things. Get this guy, get that guy. Get this, put that there. And I'm already running out of stuff. Alright. Do that. Do this. Do that. Why aren't you... Oh, can I not put you there? Let's try that again. Yeah, apparently it didn't like me putting it that close. Got one. Come on. Two. Come on, guys. Come on, you can build faster than this. Let's go. Come on. Hey, Chonky, welcome to the stream. Oh no, I might be able to do... Come on, spit out another one. I got 3 seconds. Come on, run down that. Run down, run down. Damn it. Almost. I did a lot better this time around than I did at my last time I did this. I will admit that. The last time was 2.5 minutes. Alright, so we saw what the shield bearers did. Now watch what the mages do. Yeah, I've already told everybody about that. I was ahead of the game. Yep, so this is my... Oh, sorry, it's my gate, not my crystal. My gate HP. And I don't want to get to 0 because then I will lose. Oh, I'm sorry. Did it actually not come across on that? I set it up to where it's supposed to send it out. Anyway, the mages will actually hit a area of effect. And of course, the more mages I have, the more disastrous on the battlefield they can be. Alright. And that concludes the tutorial. Alright, so this is our home screen of everything we can do. I don't have any challenges unlocked yet. I don't think, yeah, I don't have any themes on this unlocked apparently. They do, the creators of this game do have seasonal events that they run. We got Christmas, Easter, this is the summer, and we have, you know, Trick or Treat, which they have their own unique skins. Got a surfing salamander. We got add bunny ears to everything and eggshells. So it makes it fun, for sure. The cauldron over here, arcane knowledge. When I either win or fail a run. Yep. Too bad I don't have the too bad I don't have it unlocked. I would actually use that skin just for you, Chonky. But I could actually use the knowledge points I have to unlock permanent buffs for each of my runs. I can make it to where all my units start at a higher level with a +1 upgrade. I can have a statue of them for helping build stronger heroes, um, and so on and so forth. Field guide goes through again everything that I've built, so this helps out for achievement hunting, and there's quite a few achievements. Even on my personal game, I have not unlocked all of them. As you can tell, there is quite a few. Ascension, as I actually defeat the 3 rounds, the 3 main stages, I can ascend to a higher level by lighting candles. At this point, I can't go anywhere. And right here will tell me all the stuff, everything in green good, everything in red bad. So at Ascension level 0, my initial starting mana is 1,000, and it increases at a speed of 2 per second. Yeah, red bad. I like the color red. Does that mean I'm bad? Anyway. Here I would select the master I'm going to play as. At current, I only have one. Hey, Silver! No, it's okay. I'd rather have you take your time getting home and be safe than hurrying to catch my stream. Anyway, so later on I'll be able to unlock the second master, which is Mystical Beasts, which has all the fun stuff, dragons and treants and Fenyirs and all kind of stuff. More fun than the current one. The memory album goes through all the... Actually, no, these are all the achievements. So you can actually see the achievements in-game. And of course, any events that have come up that I've completed will show up here. But enough of that. Let's start a run. So I'll do that by starting the incursion. So I have the Minion Master Warrior selected. These are all the unique research trees that I could potentially find. Oh, excuse me, I thought I was going to have to burp here for a moment. Hey, Grandsire Rio. It's been a while since I heard from you, buddy. How'd it go? So, each run I have an option of doing either a switch control mode, or to switch to free control mode, or not turning it on. The two differences is simple. One allows me to pause and think my strategy. The other one makes me anxious and have to try to get stuff done under, in a time limit, which could be really stressful. For this run, I'm going to go ahead and do the free control mode, and we're going to get started. You're going to go down, Mr. Book Monster. You won't be smiling much longer. He's probably going to kick my butt. Oh no, my stream went... I can't see my stream. There we go. It's back. Alright, so this is the incursion route. This is stage 1 of 3, and as I progress, the bosses get even harder. I think his name is the... oh goodness. The Malfint Portent, I think. I just call it a book demon. I do agree with Chonky Bud. You need a different job. You need to look harder. But anyhow, so here I have my path. Obviously, I only have one way to go right now, but it branches out later on. This big chonker over here, this is the boss of this level. His name is Explodo. Can you guess what he does? Tell you what, there's a hint in this description. Alright. Also throughout this, we got all kinds of, events that we can get to. This one here, that's a mini boss. Now, fighting mini bosses is both challenging and quite rewarding. If I manage to kill this mini boss, I'll get a relic which will help my run even more, or this guy's going to screw up my portal something fierce, and I'm going to have a early ending. That sounds like a you problem, Ryu. You need to be proactive if you want to get out of that place. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have those unlocked on this stream. That's on my other account. Sorry, we're not going to be seeing any surfing salamanders. Sorry, Silver. Alright, each of these right here. Oh, don't you give me the crying face. Like, I can't help that. I want to show what this game looks like if you just start, not when you've actually put too much time into it. Alright, anyway. So, these little icons here means when I get to this point, I can get a new hero upgrade or a new, either hero upgrade or a new hero. These little pot things with the green potion. Oh, excuse me. Those are research. I can get a new research item to help my run, to help decrease the cost of some of my equipment, like my conveyor belts or specific unique things. The question marks are random events. That could be really anything. I can get mana from them. I can, spend a little bit of money and gamble. I mean, they're all random. The little blue crystal that gives me mana. And this is supposed to be a house. It almost kind of looks like a saddle. But that's, this is a shop. I can go there and I can actually buy artifacts and relics if I have the coin to do so. Anyway, so my first path here is going to give me a research as I go into this. So, gift from the minions. Obtain a new research tree, and with a research tree, you can unlock new equipment or upgrade equipment. So, the two that I got to choose from is parts production, which improves part production capabilities, increases production speeds, and gain additional products from part production. The motive conversion tech grants access to the motive converter. These devices consume two materials, converting them into the motive of your choice. So if I have a problem with, I don't have enough motives to create enough squares or enough triangles or however have you, I can use these things to make the shapes that I want. I personally think that I should go with the parts production, because this will allow me to build higher level units, stronger heroes, and potentially even some, grade 8 ones if I get lucky enough to find one. So I'm going to go with this. So off the bat, it's not really going to be very helpful, but in the long run, it could. Alright. So, this is my screen. I got two large circles, 2 apples. That's what they look like, they're apples. So I got 2 apples, a water can, and a die. Over here, I have a red ink pool. Apples do sound good. I kind of wish I had one, but that means I'd be, crunching in y'all's ears, and I don't think that would actually be very professional. So, ink is used to actually make certain heroes. At current, I can only make this little guy. I can even go through this a little bit and see if red ink is going to be used on anything. Look like it's used way down this tree to create whatever that is. I am probably not going to be getting that anytime soon. Oh, and get this. To mix yellow, it takes green and red. So anybody who's in the printing industry like me, or knows color swatches or color mixes, it doesn't make sense how red and green make yellow. But this is a video game. Video game logic doesn't make sense in real world. These are special heroes I can make. There's actually one in here that allows me to make donuts. I really, really hope I find that one, just because I could, feed my minions and give them like a sugar rush, and they work faster. So anyway, enough talk. Let's build some heroes. Got 1,000 to use from, so let's just do a couple to start with. I'm going to come up from this one. Going to build this out here, give them a little bit of space to run my conveyors. And I'm going to use this divider right here. Whoa, what is going on here? There's some people in the chat getting a little catty. Alright, so I'm going to use a divider here because I'm going to run a conveyor to it, and it will feed one to both of these at a time. There we go, like so. Then I'm going to run a splitter off of this guy down here, so I can feed both of these. I'm going to have to bridge this gap. And this is where everything, if you guys like things nice and straight and tidy and everything, I'm sorry, this is gonna hurt your brains. This whole place is gonna look terrible. Trust me. But the good thing is, if I wanted to, I can right click to delete that, and it refunds me all my mana back. So if I build something that is not to my liking, or if I want to try to rearrange everything, I can delete everything on this board and start completely over. Which I have done that in late game before. Straight is no fun. Alrighty, let's run this conveyor belt. As you can see, my little pin here went to a pencil. That allows me to draw straight lines, which is quite useful. So I used almost all my mana just making these guys. So let's get them working. Unpause. And this is slowpoke mode. I don't know about you guys, but I could feel myself getting older. How about we speed it up a little bit? Alright. Got a nice little steady stream of guys going on now. Yeah, I can make all the ink boys. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get much out of these guys for right now. Alright, so while they're building, I'm going to hit F, which will pause everything. This is my research area. As you can tell, I have no green potions, no red potions, so it's pointless being in here at this point, but I could show you a few things. Over here, these are my general research. Every time I start, I automatically have this panel. I got scissors, that's how I make the half circles, rectangles, and trapezoids. Then I have the ink mixers. This is where I blend colors together to make other colors that some of them don't make sense, but again, game logic, who knows. These are the fun ones. You can ask Silver. These, when she watched me do this earlier this week, these things go from fast to, oh my god, it's already here. Same thing with the bridges. I can make my bridges part near, instantaneous from one side to the other. And here's my part production. So right now at the moment, if I was building parts, they're already building at 25%. Unfortunately, my heroes don't count. Chamber, we're all adopted friends and family here, so it all makes sense. It just works out. Anyway, let's watch these guys build. Let's take it in super fast motion. Rio, don't you wish that everything ran like this? I mean, sure. Yeah, I could be a big brother to you as well. I kind of already thought that anyway. I feel as though I should know what that is, but at this moment, I've been going on about 4 hours of sleep and 2 pots of coffee at the moment. So, I can actually even speed up the fight here. Yay! Yeah, it was a rough night. I had a bit of insomnia because I was so excited about getting started today. I had to resist the urge when I got home from work this afternoon to just immediately start and do a super long stream today. But I kind of reined that feeling in. That I really wanted to do that. Anyway. Why in the world you gotta get up at 4 a.m. for? He's the one going to work, not you. We're not saying that you can't leave. We would like you to stay, but we all understand. And besides, doesn't matter how far you go, you're only a short flight away. Anyway, so after the wave is clear, we see that my little minion guys here, my little base soldiers, did 42 damage, and my little mouse clicker did 8, because I wasn't really contributing. And as my rewards, I get 600 mana, 5 coins, and 500 extra experience. Oh, so much love going on in here. Temporary title is the celebrity. I like that. Oh, you'll have to ask Goomy Bear about that. That's not my chat, so he'll have to let you in. Alright, so I beat the first stage. Now I can choose my path. And at this point in time, it doesn't really seem it matters which way I go. I'm interested in getting the little hut here, so maybe I can get some stuff, but I'm a little busy at the moment. Well, I could take a second here. Hold on a moment. See if I could do it. Pausing the stream. My bad, everybody. People wanting things done. Where's Silver at? Where's Silver? Oh, there we go. I sent you an invite, Silver. Let's see if that works. Yeah, wrong button. Yeah, I'm fumbling around on my own stream. There we go. There's my stream back. Okay. Did it work? Anywho, I'm going to take the southern road here so I have a chance of getting the little shop of horrors over here. So I get a new hero or I can upgrade my current one. So, I can upgrade my base guy. And he gains 1 HP when I hit 250 made. And I also get a statue of this unit, which could be helped to make these two. Or, I can go ahead and either get my shield bearer or the mage. And I think we should go ahead and do the mage, because in the long run, very much like the shield bearer, they will both prove very useful. So if I can start getting them built now, the better. Alright, so, my next stage here, I've leveled up from 1 to 2. I gained finally a research potion, 1 more coin, and my mana increases by a whopping 0.2 per second. Yay! Alright, now I have a choice of these 5. I can actually acquire 2 more research potions, more mana, or I can actually increase the production from the motifs or motifs only of the circles, squares, triangles, and their half shapes shown. I'm not in a huge need right now for upgrading my production. However, I do believe I'm going to need some more mana. Always out of mana. Always mana broke. Just a terrible, terrible thing to have happen. Alright, so I'd like to go ahead and get some mages being built. So this is going to be interesting. No, I think just being broke is the way of life. It don't have to be mana. Alright, so what I'm placing here is I'm put down some dividers, so I'm going to get a minion to go in here. After I supply some triangles to it, it's going to build me a mage and go on from there. I'm going to put another splitter here, so when I get my triangles, it will share the triangles for this guy and for the next one. Alright, and this combiner... Oh, I saw a potential problem. I'm glad I saw that. Alright, so if I would have did that, it could have potentially put a mage in here and screwed everything up. Which means no production there. So I gotta rethink the strategy. No, I think I can still leave that there, but I need to do this. Nope, that ain't gonna work. There we go, that'll work. Trust me, I think I know what I'm doing. There we go. And there. Okay. So, trying this again. We're going to get a minion going here. He's going to send another one down to here. And together, it's going to send the mage from here to over here to combine. It's going to send the mage here into this to combine. And it's going to spit out both mages and whatever minion makes it through. I don't think I'm going to have a minion make it, but we'll find out. If I don't, then I can actually clean a lot of this up and be fine. Alright, so next thing I need is I need another one of these motive guys. Give me some triangles. However, I'm not going to need a whole lot of triangles, but I will worry about that later. Make a squiggle line. Everybody likes squigglies. Alright, let's see how well this works. If it even does work. Alright, speed it up just a tiny bit. Alright, got a mage making. Another mage. Alright. Thank you, Chamber. And while we're waiting for these guys to make, if you guys haven't already known, Chamber Sia is another fellow streamer. She makes great content, is a wonderful person. After today's stream, if you're interested in seeing her stuff, I ask you to go check her stream out and follow her so you can see more of her content. Her and Uncle Mikey, who hasn't showed up yet, is the ones who helped me get my start here, and I can't thank them enough for their help. Alright, so got a little bit of some things going on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this fun. More fun than when it should be. Go. Alright. So, taking the same idea, but this way. So I'm going to have more guys being fed here. I'm going to fix this up. Yep, there we go. Got to turn everything the right direction. See what I mean? This place will look like, just someone just dumped a whole pot of pus on the floor. And somewhere out there, I can feel my wife's blood pressure going up every time I say that. She does not like the idea of pasta being ruined like that. Oh no, I'm running out of mana. Maybe I can make it. Squiggle line. Yay! Alright. Battle starts in 30 seconds. It's making mages. This is actually working out quite well. I like this. Alright. Alright, let's see how many mages I can summon here. Ooh, really. Ring around the mages. Poke that guy. Poke. Poke. Poke the ink blots. Poke him. And another victory. Oh, Rufus had to leave. Yeah, they'll be back before too long. Alright. So this here shows just how good the mages are. Just even the little bit that I made. The AoE damage that they do hitting multiple targets at once, that number will get much bigger later. And I got really good at, poking those ink blots as they were approaching. These guys eventually will just phase out as their usefulness will just kind of deplete after a while. Anyway, I got 600 more mana, so I'm not mana broke yet. I got 5 more coins and 500 more experience. which gave me another level up. Alright. So, I'm going to ask my chat here a question. Do you think I have what it takes to take on this mini-boss Serpens? This serpent has one tough noggin, but it's quite long. Snaking body is actually quite soft. Or should I play it safe and just go down here and mess with this little guy on my road here? What do you guys think? What does chat say? Come on, guys. I can't be making all of these decisions. Snick. Go big or go home. I like this. I got this. You guys have a lot more confidence than I do at this point. But it's a roguelite. That's what all this is for. Looks like the Serpens are gonna get their... well, get the hoe, I guess. I don't really have any other kind of analogy to put there. Maybe a sharp stick or something. Yeah, I know. That's... I keep telling myself that there's a few seconds delay, so I tend to prattle on a little bit. All right. Ooh, the pikemen. All right, so I can either upgrade my little guys, which right now they're being almost entirely consumed to make my mages. But if I can get this, my mages upgrade at 90. If I can produce 90 of them, they upgrade their area of effect by 20%, and I obtain the statue for mage, which can help make better mages later. Or I can make the spearmen, or sorry, pikemen. My apologies. Which take the spear, of course, and one of my little base minion guys. Yeah, but it's more fun for you guys to help me make decisions, so the wait is worth it. Alright, so one thing it's not telling me here is what I need to make the spear, which I do know off the top of my head. It does take a triangle for the point and a rectangle for the haft. There's where the scissors will come in play, because I need to cut squares in half. As you can tell down here at the bottom, it says I need the scissors, which has the caution mark on it. I don't have that yet, but I have the research potion to do so. So these guys are pretty much these guys, but they run out with spears. And they do considerable more damage as soon as it comes up again. Come on, one more. They do 5 damage and last 10 seconds and have 13 health. And it's not going to cycle through for this one. Pointy sticks. Chunky likes pointy sticks. And that sounded so wrong saying it out loud like that. I do apologize if that does offend anybody, which I kind of doubt, but it is the polite thing to say. Alright, so this is the first time that we're going to be using the scissors, so it's going through a quick tutorial. I use my potion to unlock the scissors, researched. I place this down, it feeds in circles and spits out halves. So circles go to half circles, triangles go to trapezoid, squares go to rectangles. So I get, since I leveled up, I get my potion, I get a coin, and I'll have a whopping 2.4 mana per second. Look out, game, I'm coming at you. So, since I'm actually going to be building a little bit more stuff so I can actually utilize my spearman, my pikeman, I keep the guy with the stick, I'm going to need to use more mana. I do have 2 mana potions, I do have 2 research potions, so that shouldn't be difficult. I should be able to get my my scissors pretty easily. So, select that. No, it's no, okay. Tutorials help me out a little bit more. Go to F. Go to my research tree, and I'm gonna go over here to scissors and unlock the scissors. It adds a new new station to my tab. And because I'm going to be making spears, I can either increase the production speed, or for every time it makes 10, it makes an extra one. So, I think I'm going to go with the extra speed on it for the time being. Pause the game here. Alright, so, I am making quite a bit of mages. However, I want to make both of these units. So, I'm going to do a little bit of a redesign here. Since I'm going to need a square. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do it from that side. So I'm going to turn this side into my my pikemen production, and leave this side as my mages. So it's time for a little bit of an overhaul. First off, I know I'm going to need some guys over here. Let's face them that way. They're going to have to give me squares. Went ahead and placed 2 down because, again, the smaller that the motive is, the slower it is at producing. I'm going to put 1 scissor down here. You know what? I'm going to change my mind on this. Let's do 1 first, because I am mana broke. Poor. It's not mana payday. Alright, and this is actually going to have to feed into another, wow, apparently a brain fart, another canvas, so I can build some, spears. So I'm going to need to take this, run it over here, and I'm going to change all of this. These guys are going to continue to build the mages that are in there. It may spit out a couple more triangles for them to build with, but soon that's not going to be a thing anymore. Alrighty. Go to there. Alright, so I still need triangles going down so I can make mages, but I also want triangles going over here to make my spears. Then I'm going to reconnect this with the spears. That over to there. Alright, so I should in theory have pikemen being made. So I also want to go ahead and get some more minions being produced. Not minions, my goodness. My little base guys. So I'm going to build 2 more of these over here. And I'm probably going to run out of mana, so I'm actually just going to get all the framework ready. Ooh, yummy food. What'd you get? Welcome back, Sir Shack. For those guys who wasn't on here when he was last on, Sir Shack is another fellow streamer. So after my stream is concluded, if you guys wish to choose so, please check his stuff out, follow him, and see if his content is to your liking. I lost track of what I was doing. Okay, building stuff. Alright. So, back to it. And I'm going to have to split this up. There we go. Again, probably going to run out of mana before too long. It's like a terrible Magic the Gathering game. Just always constantly out of mana. Can I build a bridge across this? Okay. That shortened things up. And I am completely broke. But that's okay. I got my framework. I just need 240 now, so well, I don't have all of it apparently because I still got to build 4 conveyors. So about 260 mana, and I could actually get this production over here going. So, meantime, let's see if my overhaul over here actually is going to work. Trial and error. Broke as a joke. Again, like I am in real life. Paycheck to paycheck, fellas. Alright, they're making spear guys. Nice. Alright, let's put a little bit of pepper in their steps. Get them going. Oh yeah, that 2.4 per second is really getting me there. I'm going to go ahead and build my conveyors. Guess I could go ahead and build one guy. Oh. So, because I'm in free mode, I can pause the game and just take my time. If I wasn't, the V down here, this actually is a time slower. It slows time down for me to be able to play the game with the pause feature turned off. And I can use it to a max of 3 times, and it will slowly recharge over time. As you can see, everything just went super slow. And I can turn it off. But for this playthrough, it's not needed. Come on, come on, there we go. Alright, this production's going now. Now I got a lot of people being made. I leveled up right before it went. Alright, You know what? Still a little broke. Get some more mana. Alright, so I paused it 1 second before so we could see what I've got built here. So I only got 36 of these guys. They're kind of negligible at best. Got 67 mages, not bad. 61 spear guys, not bad. So, all in all, pretty decent amount of defenders. But let's see if it's enough to take out the snake. Where is he at? Where is he at? He's going to spawn in here somewhere. There he is. And clicking. Just keep clicking him. Well, this ain't looking good. Yep, that ain't looking good. Taking damage. The core is taking damage. Get away. Get away. Nope. Nope. Stop it. Mages, you're not doing your job. You guys are going to get a poor employee review. Clicking. Oh, did I kill it? I don't think I killed it. It's good. Now I'm going to be able to get a reward from him. Good call, chat. I did not actually have a lot of faith that I'd actually be able to beat them. So I'm glad you guys have more faith in my abilities than I apparently do. And I won. Just a little bit of damage to the core, not a whole lot. But look at the damage my spearmen did. Dang, that is a lot. Alright, so I got my basic reward, 600 more mana, 5 more coins, 500 more experience, but because I killed this guy, cleared names, I don't know why they didn't put Sneko down there, but I cleared the name. I will get a relic item, I gain a red potion for research, and just an extra little bit more scrap there. So these are the 2 items I can get. So, parallel circuit, create parallel canvases to boost their speed. So if I had canvases side by side, that will boost their speed a little bit for each. Or lubricant. My conveyor's base speed is at 100%. And I think that works for all of them. So as I go to increase my conveyors later, those conveyor speeds will be super fast as well. So, once again, fellas, you're the one who put me on the path to fight the snake. What do you think? Which one of these would be better? Slightly faster canvas speed to make heroes if they're side by side? Or 100% base speed to my conveyor belts? While you guys are doing that, I'm going to get a drink of water. Always need the lube. Got to make sure that conveyor belt of yours is fast, huh, there, Sir Shaq? All right. Got 2 votes for lube. All right. Lubricant it is. We're going to have faster conveyor belts. Moving on. Alright, so, again, I wanted to get to the little shop here. So going the down route is the only way to get to him. So I'm going to get both a research and a random event. Let's hope the random event is favorable. So first off, my new research tree. Well, this is a pickle. So right now, I got an upgrade mixer, improves mixer functionality, reduce ink loss rate, and improve combination speed. Or the mode of conversion tech, which we saw this earlier, but for those who didn't happen to see this, I'll read it. Grants access to the mode of converter. These devices consume 2 materials, converting them into the mode of your choice. So I can tell it to make circles, squares, and triangles out of other shapes, as long as it's 2 of them. They don't even have to be the same 2. To be truthful, the mode of conversion tech will probably be the more useful in this scenario. I only have 1 inkwell at the moment, and from what I saw on the tree there, I really don't have hopes of getting to anything that takes more than 1 color. So I'm going to select this one, or I can spend my hard-earned coins, which is, I got 21, which will be making going to that shop pointless, to do a reset. I honestly think that taking this one here would be the better bet. Well, the golden spring. You found a golden shining spring. There's gold inside. So I could throw in 10 and get 30 more coins on stage 3. Or I can simply just pick up what's lying there. So, should I rob the pool or throw money in it in hopes to cash in on it on stage 3? Got a stage 3. Anybody else thinks stage 3? Oh, you changing your mind? Oh, that'd be well after the store. I'm on stage 1, so I won't see this money till after I beat the next stage. Everybody else in agreement with that? Just go ahead and rob the pond, and use the money. Alright, we're going to make out like bandits. We're taking the money. Alright. Alright, let's pause this up. Got a little bit more mana to build stuff. Got quite a bit of production going on here. So, let's go to my research tree. I'm thinking that I need to get some more triangle being produced. I don't have a problem with my spear production. It seems to be going quite well. Everything seems to be running rather smoothly. I'll say that as there's like a big congestion here of triangle shapes. It'll sort itself out. I could use that right here though. Divert some of those triangles over to here and make some more mages. Go. Whoops. I completely blundered that up. Alright, let's try that again, but let's swap that to the top. Put that over here. Alright, so that bypasses all that. Gonna need to divert these guys to here. Those guys are there. I think I made a little bit of a mistake there. I think I did. Let's rethink the strategy. Let's have them go down. What am I doing? I had the wrong one there anyway. Alright. Rethinking the strategy. Do that, put that here. Bridge across. Go ahead and get these guys all situated. There we go. They'll make their way into the production line. Wrong one again. Get that there. That. I'm gonna have to build a bridge across this. I'd have to bring it out just one more. So I'm gonna have to break it up here. Build my bridge. Put my conveyors in. Now we're gonna see just how fast this actually can get. Oh wow, this is slow speed. Look how fast these conveyors are running. Alright, so I think I have a little bit of a bottleneck here. These guys aren't producing enough to feed those four. So now I'm going to have to try to make some more minions on a 500 budget. Oh yeah, these are well greased conveyor belts. Just imagine them belly sliding down the thing, inevitably to the portal which will take them to their doom. Like penguins. Grease ain't good for you, bud. You know that. Alright. With that all being said, I gotta try to figure out how I'm gonna build more. Let's go ahead and let it run for a little bit. Alright. You see that I can need to make more of these. So I can get more squares going in here, so the squares can become more halves for the spears. There we go. Got that problem fixed. Alright, so I'm having a bottleneck here. Because I gotta make triangles for that, and I gotta feed that and all these guys. And these guys down here. So now, gonna go back into my tech. I'm gonna take the converter. Gonna need more. So, the converter is going to be found into this one. It's going to cost 50 mana per. Just spinning it in circles. So, I am going to set up a couple of these. I'm going to be just making the framework for the time being because I'm going to run out of mana again, because that's how this game works. Don't know why I just did that. I could just simply, yeah, do it like that. Huh. Alright. I'm going to have to fix this framework because I want this guy to feed these. And I want this to feed specifically that. I might be able to get it to start doing that. Let's see. Oh. Apparently I'm not as broke as I thought. Check that out. Alright. Alright, so it's going to be a little bit slow on the making, but that's okay. That's not going to be okay. Well, dang it. Right. Yeah, the backup's happening. Alright. Oop, wrong place, wrong place. There we go. We got backups going up everywhere. Holy crap. Alright. Well, this is a problem. So obviously I'm making enough there. However, I'm not making enough of the base guys to feed 4. Alright. So, I'm going to do a thing. See, I'm going to make this conveyor just a little bit longer. Sacrifice some of those. To where it's not going to be as backed up. And for the time being, this is going to look weird. I'm going to be putting that in. Then I'm going to be splitting it back out. And as weird as this looks, there's a reason for it. Because this one up here doesn't produce as fast as this guy can. So it's going to combine everything into this, then it's going to divide it evenly between these two. Still going to be a little backed up because I only got one thing here making. But it doesn't look like I have that problem down here because I'm just not getting enough heroes. Okie dokie. I can figure this out. Okay. Let's see. Wow, I am in a pickle. Maybe I got an idea, but it's gonna take a little bit of rework. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna try something. See that there, here. Put that here. All right, I'm gonna try to squeeze some things in here. I'm not quite sure if this is gonna work yet, but we're gonna try it. If it don't, then nothing much has changed. That one. Okay. I have no idea how I'm going to get this to work, but I am going to try my hardest. So I'm gonna try to get these guys right there. I think I can, yeah, I can make it right there. Put a conveyor across that. Make this. There's somewhere out there's an engineer that's like chewing their screen in half because I'm doing this. Look at this. This looks like a well-oiled looking machine, all right. All right. Speed them up and see how things go. Seem to be a little better. Not a whole lot. Alright, more research, another coin, even faster mana speed. Alright guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to actually increase the output of either the circle or the triangle. I think triangle will probably be the better one to choose. And now you're going to see everything get backed up. At this point, it's kind of more or less can't be helped. But, you know, maybe have to redesign everything before too long. Alright. Alright, we got some bigger guys here. Got some, look like people blots. Seems to be not doing too bad. They do take a little bit more damage, so okay. Oh, they get bigger and meaner and faster. There's one in there, I swear, it takes like an entire force just to take one down. Alright guys, the boss fight is next. I went this whole run to try to get to this shop, so let's go ahead and choose that path. So we're going to be facing off against Explodo. This bomber looks ready to blow. Phrasing of that sentence. That's all I got to say. Especially the next one. A few good whacks should diffuse the situation. Some writers out there have some pretty funny, you know, some pretty funny words here. But, I mean, not incorrect, Sir Shaq. But anyway, that's the path we're going to take. Well, heck yeah, I want to shop. I got money. So, I could buy several things. I could buy hero recipes. So I got the Warlock, which is the upgraded mage. Unfortunately, we don't have any blue paint. As you can tell, it takes, excuse me, the staff, which unfortunately takes blue paint and the circle. So that one's out of the question. The archer is just one of these guys in a half circle. So I'd have to build another pair of scissors making half circles, but we're having trouble making these guys. The shield bearer would be a great one to have because it'll prevent any of those guys that get past the mages and the spearmen. These guys will block them. Build horses. I could buy it to build horses. So I have to build 2 scissors cutting squares and triangles in half just to make this guy. They do considerable amount of damage, but they only attack in a straight line, and they always go after the enemy with the most health. So in this case, if I was able to build them, they would all go towards the boss. I mean, we could go that route, but we don't have any more triangles. Then we have the rogue. Unfortunately, the rogue is in the same situation as the warlock. It needs a square and black ink to make this little piece of cloth for him. And we're having trouble making these guys. So I don't think hero recipes outside of maybe the shield bearer would be a good idea. But let's see what other options we got. The Chick Swizzle Stick. Remember that one, Silver? It's such a fun name to say. Chick Swizzle Stick. It makes my ink mixer's efficiency a little bit faster. We don't have any ink at the moment, so not a good idea. The magnet. This is a boss level relic. Enhances slow effects. I don't know if I have any ally that does slow effects yet. So it may not be a good one. Plus it costs 30. That would pretty much take everything we got. Brand value. Wow. Experience obtained by parts is increased by 400%. Wow. So every part that we make gives us 400% more experience. So 4 times the amount. That one might not be a bad one. And down here at the bottom, we could actually pay for increases of their outputs. Or we could buy a pickaxe. We do have a increase on our triangle production, so we could pay for increase on the circle to make those even, which potentially could help us, create our minion problem. Create more minions to help our minion problem, sorry. So I propose this. How about we do the brand name, or the brand value, the circle boost, and the shield bearer. That'd be 30. Oh, that'd be 40. I can't do that. Math is hard today. It really stinks when you use math all day and you can't do basic addition when you need to. Just calculator just runs out of battery when you leave work. Alright, so yep. Let's do the brand value, get us more experience from that. Increase on the circle production. We do have 12 gold left over. We could do the Chick Swizzle Stick, but it's really not going to do us any good. We could buy a pickaxe for later. Never know. But that will bring us down just to 5 coins. We can just bank our 12 and continue on. Which I'm leaning towards that being mostly the route we need to go. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's bank it. Alright. And we're going to leave. We hope to see you again soon. I hope I survive this boss fight. Alright, so our circle and triangle has increased in production. These guys are going to be producing a lot more. And we have our spaghetti pot thrown on the table of all this. I think it might actually be in our best interest to start things from scratch again. So, first off, let's take a look at our research trees. Oh, there we go. So I can make the motive converter conversion speed 100% faster. I can increase our production speed of our spears by 50%, which it don't look like we're having much problem with that front. But I think it might be better to bank that so I can get the swift conveyors. Sure, if you want to give me your money, I ain't gonna say no. I mean, I did say earlier that I'm broke as hell. So Extend the hand and the palm. Just kidding. Alright, so I'm gonna bank this. I wanna get this faster conveyor belt here so we can have everything go zoomies. Alright, so it is time for me to push the wrong key and delete everything. So it'll be a moment, guys. It's gonna take. This is a bit of a process. Yep. There should be a way to. No. There should be a way to. There we go. Click, drag to place simultaneously. Oh, has to copy. Okay. There we go. All that and remove. Okay. Yep, that'll be a lot faster than doing what I was doing. Remove. Yep. All this hard work, throwing it away so I can make it even harder. And zoom, zoom. That's right. Remove. 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 Alright, go in here and just get rid of these little stragglers. I know it doesn't make sense to do this right before a boss fight, but since I have faster production, I can make things a little bit more streamlined. Alright. So. Pushing wrong buttons here. So, I am going to put 4 of these guys out here. Let me space these out better. Like so. See the shortcut? Alright, see the shortcut for that. Copy those. Alright, yeah, I like that. Let's do one like that. That ain't gonna work. Oh, come on. Alright, so let's try this again. Move and place. Then we're going to copy these. There we go, just a little bit down. But it only copied one. Dang nabbit. Sorry, fellas and fillets. There we go. Alrighty. Got that part done. Get up. No, get out of this. See, go away. I really wish my monitor would work for me and be able to split, but technical difficulties aside, I think this is actually going pretty well. Alright, so I'm going to put 3 guys working here, 3 guys working here, and their main jobs is to feed these. I'll go like so. You know what? Maybe I should reposition them, guys. Let's have them do the same thing. Let's do 2 this direction, 1 that way. Change him up. Actually make him go that way so the conveyor be just a little bit shorter. This guy, he's going to be a big old long piece of spaghetti going there. Alright. So these guys are going to be the fun ones because they got to be split and they got to go across. So, I'll do him here. Do the close one first. Build my bridge. Go across. Alright, that one's ready. another split. Let's do the split right here. Alright, Chunky, go get you some sleep, bro. Have a good night. Tell Gulmy I said hi when you see him. Righty. It still looks really busy on stuff here, don't it? It's okay, though. Oops. Just take him there. Oops. I think I missed one. Alright. So, next one's going to be fun. I need to bridge a gap. And then I need to bridge another gap. And another gap. Then bridge another gap. Just all kind of gaps. Bridge, right there. Connect this. Right there. Do that. I got my bridge connected. Got my minions connected. Alright, so all these guys should be fed now, and they should be creating peoples. There we go. So, I'm going to make a lot of mages. And as many of these pikemen as I can. So, we're same concept as before. We're going to draw some straight lines. Straight line. Straight line. Alright, so obviously I'm going to need some triangles being made and some squares. So I'm going to put a square here. I'm going to get my... where's it at? Where are you at? Hiding from me. My scissors. Put my scissors here. Got my scissors connected. I'm going to need to make my spears. So we'll move this up here. I may take the roundabout way. I'm also going to need to build some wow, some triangles. Wow, my goodness, that was rough. Wow, so this is what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Alright, get these going. Put that there. Get this going here. Alright. Because this guy produces quite a bit of these, it might be a good idea to put 2 of these up here. Yeah, I do need sleep. I am gonna crash hard after this stream is over. Oh my goodness, I do need it. I was just super excited getting on here to entertain you guys today. I just couldn't fall asleep last night. Dang brain wouldn't let me. Alright. Got me those going. Now I need to get me a couple more canvas going. First one that way. Second one that way. Get me my bridge. Well, thank you. I'm actually super excited I got my PlayStation connected, because there's other games I would like. There's games on it I'd like to show you guys, so I don't have to buy it twice. Come on. And I'll put more of that in the feed into the schedule after I get done streaming tonight. So I got a spear, making spear guys. Hit the wrong buttons. Here we go. That and that. Going to get get my squiggly line on. Oh, nope. Just need one there. Alright, so we got our pikemen already. Now time for the mages. So, I'm going to use this nice copying tool to make this a lot easier for myself. I'm just going to copy... Should copy more than just that. Let's copy... No. There we go. Oh, it went too far. Okay. So let's copy. Copy from there. Don't you get all sash with me, game. Do as I say. Copy. Paste that there. Yes, I want you to paste over existing. And existing. Alright. Alright, so. Cancel that. Now I need to get some more triangles going on down here. I need to get triangles to here, and triangles down here. So, I am going to use my copy tool because that's the thing now. I gotta remember that. I'm so used to it not being there. Rotate in the right direction. Okay, you won't let me do it like that, but that's fine. Put one like that. One down slightly lower. And C. And I am running out of money. Out of mana again. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just get at least one production of my mages going. Build me a bridge. Thank you for bearing with me with this. This can get a bit tedious with these rebuilds. Alright, so we got all this going. Might be a good idea just to turn these off for the time being. Just let these guys go through. And here we go. There we go. Now they're building. Got some mages. Got my pike guys. So it looks like I might need to increase. Can't talk. Sleep deprived. Increase my production here. I want that there. There we go. I can. Alrighty. So there we go. That's a little better. Getting more money, more mana. There's gonna be a lot of pausing. Okay. You're not needed now. Gonna be a lot of pausing as I get everything back up and running. This may actually have been more detriment to my strategy than what it should have been, but oh well. Roguelike, right? Oh yeah, these things get much crazier later. I mean, there'll be just things all over the place. Go ahead and let this run. I'm gonna slow it down though. There we go. Give me some money going on. Bridge the gap. Bridge the gap. I'm actually going to pause it now. Okay. Do I have enough? Let's get that. No, I don't have enough just yet. Let's go ahead and get this guy here. Let's go ahead and get some triangles being made. Not enough mana. I know. Not enough mana. Not enough resources. Not enough resources. Must make more resources. Come on, come on. Give me the 60. Give me 60 so I can at least make more mages. We always broke, but we're not to be broke anymore. See? Alright. Well, I lied. We're probably about ready to be broke. Because now I can make faster, almost said treadmills, faster conveyors. Alright, now we can get our mages on. And let's build some swift conveyors. And I can actually upgrade the ones I currently have by just doing a long click on it, and it goes through it. It actually even recycles the old ones, so to upgrade it's only costing me 2 mana per. So boom, and boom. A lot of booms. Everybody likes booms. I prefer boom booms, but, I mean, each their own. And at the moment, I'm just going to make sure that I can get my guys to these here as fast as possible, so they can be built as fast as possible. So a little bit there. Oh, hell, I might be able to just upgrade everything. How about just do that? Just to hell with it. We're not broke anymore, but I'm going to fix that. Upgrade, upgrade. Still got money. I spend all that money. Yeah, there is an achievement though to do this without the pause button. It is quite difficult. I'm slowly but surely going broke. It's like living paycheck to paycheck. As you can tell, I still have quite a bit of a bottleneck here. I could probably build more of these guys. But I plan on ending the stream after this boss fight, win or lose. So, we're about ready to see which one it's going to be. And fast build. Don't look very promising. But you never know. Here we go, guys. Here comes the boss battle. Alright. There's the chunker. And just click his lights out. Yeah, poke him. Poke him. Poke him good. Gotta keep an eye on everything else around me. Up. So when he takes enough damage, he'll actually go shrink down and go to another spot. Relocate. You know what? I think I need to be a little more confident in myself. I think I got this. Welcome back, Rufus. Can you guys hear that mouse clicking? Just can't wait for that cooldown to be up. The boss battles do run a lot longer than the mini bosses, obviously because it's the boss battle. Again, I just need to survive to get to 0, or in this case, if I kill the boss even with time left, I will actually win it. See, I had 3 seconds left. And a victory! Alright, so killing the boss, we get almost double the rewards outside of the gold. We get double the experience, and we get a boss level artifact. A boss unlock. And both a red and a green research potion. Excuse me. So, the boss level artifacts are the bags with the purple string on them. So, water skin, all my heroes gain 1 point extra on stamina, which allows them to stay on the field longer. or the stamina is increased by 100% for heroes with the fist icon there, or the physical traits, which would be my spearmen and my little minion dudes. Whereas right now they are the workhorses. I think the Iron Geta would be a better option. And every time I defeat a boss, I get a new powerful research tree. And these are actually some really good ones. So scroll expansion allows me to make my scroll even bigger. It will take quite a bit of... Well, good night there, Sir Shaq. I appreciate you coming on here. Thank you for your compliment there. And I am... No, I'm just very thankful of you guys' support. Thank you for watching tonight, bud. You have a good one. So, then we have the super motive maker, which will drastically increase my production speed of the motives or the mines, and the advanced canvases. Advanced canvases mean I can build stuff faster, so these bottlenecks I'm seeing, this here will get rid of those bottlenecks quite efficiently. I think this one would be the better option to pick at the moment. Yeah, put that X on him. He wasn't dangerous. Speed is key. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. There is an option to suspend, and it will bring me back to this location for the next time. The game auto-saved at the start of each wave at the beginning at the battles, allowing you to resume at that point. Are you sure you want to return to the title? Okay. Alright. I want to take this time to thank everybody for, coming in and watching my first stream. I had a lot of support, a lot of help from pretty much everybody in this chat. I want to personally thank Chamber Sia for helping me get started on this, being real good support. Uncle Mikey, who didn't show up for the stream, but regardless of that fact, he is another aspiration to me getting started with this. So, once again, I implore you guys to check out both Chamber Sia, Uncle Mikey, and Sir Shaq's streams and channels. Follow them, give them the same support that you're giving me. We're all in this together. We're all here to help entertain you guys. So, I do want to set up a follow-up stream with this. I would like to try to take this one as far as we can go. So, I am planning on doing a stream Monday around the same time, about 7 o'clock. And we'll continue on this next chapter and see if we can continue our success. I appreciate that, Grandsire Ryu. It's just been wonderful. You guys mean a lot to me, and you being here to help me with this just makes me just so damn happy. Also, I'm going to be putting into my stream calendar that for my PlayStation stream that I want to run. It's going to be for the game Unicorn Overlord. It's a great game. It's beautifully illustrated, and it's worth the watch. Again, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Eric the Pug, and this was Shapehero Factory. You guys have a great night. I'm going to go get some sleep. Later, everybody.